Hey guys, it's Jeff with Area North 40. So time for another bicycle video. So I'm about to go camping this weekend, so I'm trying to get things ready for that. However, I also have a bicycle show. This one's a BMX show that I'm going to be doing on Saturday morning. Now I don't really have anything ready right now that you would call super high-end or whatever. There's some guys that have bikes that are worth thousands of dollars that are going to be at this thing. They're really cool, and towards the end of the video I'll show you some of that. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking a few of my bikes. Now the last video that I did, I'm going to take at least a few of those ones. What I'd like to do right now is get a couple other ones together that I want to bring, that I've been wanting to get together anyway, and if I can at least get 2 more done for this show, I'll be happy with that. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to undo something I did in the last bike video, and that's on this one here. As I said multiple times in that video, this was like a tribute build. So I put the gold anodized front wheel on it. I'm gonna go ahead and put the mag wheel back on it. I'm also gonna go ahead and take that seat. I could never get this seat tight enough, so that right there, trust me, that's dangerous to have a seat that will sit there and move up and down like that, especially for a dude. I'm gonna put the banana seat that I had on there because I like the way it looked, and it actually scoots my body backwards. The frame, the length from front to back is super short on these older ones, and since I'm almost 6 foot tall, that makes that bike nearly impossible for me to ride. I still like to be able to ride the bikes that I have. So I'm gonna change the seat back out. I'm gonna change the front wheel back out. I am going to leave these handlebars that are the V bars, those grips and everything. However, check out what I found, and I've forgotten that I'd gotten this. Now this is I think they call it like a bubble top. I don't even know who makes this, but it's a cool gooseneck that's cooler than this one. This is an SR. This one might even be made by SR. I don't know. I can't find any kind of, well, maybe there's something right there. Anyway, if you remember from the previous video, I said I had a red anodized pro neck on that bike. Well, it's not a pro neck, but it's red anodized. Kind of a little on the pink side. Doesn't exactly match, but I'm gonna put that in here, and I think that'll complete the overall look. That's where I'm gonna start, because those are quick things I can do right now. This one is the number 2 priority, which is really kind of a number 1 priority, because that I'll be able to finish that up in like 15 minutes. This one here, this is an aluminum frame, and it's super lightweight. As you can see, it's a Haro. It's a little bit more modern bike. I got this from my friend Thomas in a trade for another one, but it's got this top tube that kind of has that bend up to it. The one I traded him was also a Haro, but it was a chromoly bike, and he really wanted that one, and I wasn't super in love with it. I liked it a lot, and I still kind of wish I had it, but I really like this one. But it's been sitting here, well, not here, but in my bike room for a while, and I think it's high time that I get the thing together. So I got these wheels here that I don't remember where I got them from. They'll look good. I'm actually gonna put these white wall rims on it. I think that'll look cool, and I've got a few other accessories that are gonna look great on this thing. This is actually a correct Haro. You can see the little Haro logo there. It's in a little bit rough shape. Some of these teeth are a little bit worn down, but it's got the right look. This thing is super cool, super thick and beefy. You know, I'm not going to be riding this thing for any kind of real hardcore riding, so I don't think that the teeth on the sprocket being a little bit worn down is going to hurt it. I mean, it's aluminum, you know, that's why they wore down, I guess. But I think it's going to look really good, because in addition to that, I think that that will look great, is that these are the cranks that I'm going to put on, and they're super lightweight. They look big, thick, and beefy, but they're super lightweight. I think that these will look great on the bike with that sprocket. So these are the handlebars that I'm going to put on it, and I think they look really cool. And if you look, Where is it? It's really hard to tell. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but right on the end down here, right down there, gosh, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but it's got the chevron. That's it's a little Haro thing. These are Haro handlebars, correct Haro handlebars. You see that logo right there? It's got the H, and you see the chevrons above it. It's got those chevrons right there on the end. So I think that's gonna look really cool. So, all right, I just talked forever and a day. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the camera set up, and I'll kind of quickly get the other bike, get that front wheel changed back out, get the seat back on it, and start working on that Haro. All right. All right, I think the handlebars are good. And that gooseneck, that's a trip. That thing is like really like angled up. I don't know, let me get this in here. Look at the angle on that thing. It's just straight up. The other one is a lot more level than that, but kind of a weird one to look at. I've never had this particular one on anything before, but I really liked it, and so I got it. So up next, I will start in on this one. Before I get to doing that, I'm gonna give you a quick show of the bikes. These are the ones that I want to bring to the show. The Mongoose, got that back to the way it was with the seat. Here's the red one that was from the other video, and here's the blue one. I still haven't changed the tube in the front tire or put a chain on it. All that to say, those are the bikes that I want to bring. So what I'm gonna do now is work on the next bike. I'm gonna get on to getting the Haro together. I'm gonna start by putting the tires onto these rims. All right, there we go. All right, before I put those tires on, I'm actually gonna change out this. Now this is actually fairly correct. It says Fusion, which is a Haro brand, but I have another one that is a little bit better shape, and it actually matches the color better. Also Haro, it's from their Lineage collection. All right, there it is. Lineage stem Haro. Oh yeah, look at that. That is nice. I like that much better. What do you think? Looks good? Yeah, I think so. I'm glad you agree. So that little they call that a button. That's fine, but I got some other ones inside that I might go take a look at and see if I find one that I like better than that. So, but I'll do that after I get the headset changed out. This one's pretty cool looking, brand spanking new, but it's blue, and there's no blue on this bike, so nah. This one's kind of cool. It looks like a little speedometer. Can you see that? That's kind of cool. That's definitely a front runner. I think that's a heart, I think, and these are veins here. So that is cool, but the red isn't quite gonna match, so I'm gonna set that aside. All right, and the final one here, this looks like an eyeball. We got the little veins over here, so it's kind of cool, but I like this little speedometer. That's pretty sweet, so gonna go with that one. I think it's coming together pretty good. It's gonna look great when I put the red cranks on there that match that. But first, I'm gonna get the handlebars onto here so I can get that straightened up and lined up. should be tight enough to hold it in place while I get the wheels on, and then I'll be able to adjust the straightness of that. All right, check these out. It occurred to me that the rear wheel had 1 nut for the axle and the front had 0. So I found another set of wheels that had these guys, and how cool is that? And they really actually match really well. So a little bit more red accessorizations I think that's gonna look awesome. So let me flip this thing over and get these wheels on. I don't know, what do you think so far? I think it's coming together pretty good. I'm not yet 100% on the white walls. I kind of like them, but I'm not sure. That looks about right. What do you think? I mean, I'll probably raise it up a little bit, but I think the angle's right. All right, as I showed you earlier, got this snafu set of cranks in here. That's the brand name. Pretty nice. And they come with these sealed bearings. So I'm going to take the bearing out of the cup because I don't think that I want to smash it down in there. All right, I'm going to put these cups in here and here. Put a little grease on the inside and out, because I saw a guy do that once and it seemed to be like the right thing to do. I don't know. All right, so I turned this around backwards. Normally these little kind of steps, if you will, would go inward, but this bearing here, this is the bearing, okay? You don't want to put a lot of pressure on that right there. Out here is fine, but this inner part would probably push on that part more than, so I just flipped this backwards. Not a big deal, but this bearing slipped right out of that other bearing cup, and that the side that we're closest to right now did not. So that's why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. Okay, there we go. So this side here is the side that the sprocket will go on, and that right there goes through that hole right there to hold it in place. So it would appear that this comes in from this side, because you know we want the sprocket, we want our sprockets on the same side of the bike. That's just kind of one of the things about them. Did you see that? What is happening here? All right, I don't know if you can see it from this angle. Let's see if we can look at it from the back angle. So with that spacer on there, it makes it so that this rear sprocket is not lining up with the front sprocket. But if I take that spacer out, then it makes this right here. I need to get some sort of a spacer in there for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I don't have that spacer that I need. It didn't come with the spacer for that part, but I'm gonna go ahead and switch it up real quick. Yep. So I got to get that spacer. I can barely tighten that thing down at all, because it makes the sprocket kind of warble. That's a real word, look it up. So anyway, that's gonna have to do it for right now until I can get that spacer. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the chain on, and because it needs a chain either way, so I can get that you know, set to essentially the right length. All right, chain installed. Seems to be doing okay. All right, lastly, well, almost lastly, pedals. I've got two sets here. These ones here, or these ones here. These ones are Odysseys. Odyssey's like a kind of a, you know, well-known brand. It's got these pretty chunky little teeth here that you definitely wouldn't want to ride this bicycle barefoot. Or we've got these ones here that I don't actually know what the brand is, but if you look in here, all right, I don't know if you can see it, but there's looks like a hawk or an eagle head or something like that, and these got plenty of gription on them, but not quite so you know, shin destroying if you slip off the pedal. Although I don't know how you'd slip off the pedal, but if you mess up and hit your shins on these, you won't have a good day. If you hit these, well, it'll suck too, but not as bad. So I think I'm gonna go with these ones. They look pretty decent. I could probably polish them up a little better, but right now I just need to kind of wrap things up on this thing. So this one, it looks like it's our left side. There we go. Let's see what it looks like upright. What do you think? I think it looks kind of cool. I still got to get that handbrake up there right, but we basically have a complete bike. I still got some cleaning to do, adjustments and a few things like that, but that's the I forgot one thing. Alrighty, these are the handlebar grips that will be on it. So finishing it off with that last touch of red, and I don't know, like I said, I'm still not 100% on the white walls, but it's got the basic overall aluminum look with a little bit of chrome. Sorry about that. It's got in the name and the decals, you've got the red, white, and black, and I've got red, I've got the white and the white walls, I've got black, and I don't know, I think it kind of works, so we'll see. All right, well, I'm at the show here, and I'm going to show you my bikes that I got all set up. So starting with this tall Huffy, I forget the name of it. I'll put that in the comments or put it in the little in-between part you might have already seen. Got the blue Scrambler that I built in the previous video. Here's my childhood bike. Got the Mongoose, got the Power Light, got this Haro that I just built up earlier. And then I've got the red Schwinn and the clunker build from a previous video that I hope you saw. So as it so happens, the guy just talked to me and he said he wants to buy both of the Schwinn, the red and the blue one, and so I think that's pretty cool. It works for me because it keeps them together. I kind of want to keep the red one, but you never know, I might come across another one another day. But anyway, so that's that for that. I'm gonna sell these bikes to this guy, and then I'll walk around and show you more of the show. All right, let's do walk around. What'd you say this one was? What year?
79.
79 MX2 in orange. That's awesome. Total survivor. This might be my favorite bike in the whole show, but I haven't seen everything yet, so it's really cool. This is my friend Dylan's stuff over here. Really nice old Redline MX2. All red, red, red. I love it. Race ink. All aluminum. Look at the welds on that. Man, that's clean. All right, let's do a walk around on everything. Oh, look at how thick the spokes are in this. It's like a motorcycle rim. So this is also a scrambler like mine, but it's a little bit different shape on the rear of the frame. This is probably an SX 500 or something. Oh, it's a comp. It's a Schwinn comp. I don't know what kind of competition you're going to do when they weigh that much, but all aluminum. That's awesome. Quad angle. Torquer.
Yeah, that's cool. It just looks
1981. 26-inch wheel. That thing is sick.
Yeah.
So these guys have a lot nicer stuff than I do.
That was good with the all black.
I think Danny owned this one and he sold it. Red, white, and blue. I like that. Cool. Oh, here's another Survivor MX3. Very cool. I'd like to have that. That would look really good, but I bet they want like $600 for it. Just that. This thing is sick. There's a Hutch Spurt. I had a frame very similar to this either last year or the year before, and just the frame and fork I sold for $400. These are featured. And look at that old red line with the suspension. Crazy. God dang, red line after red line. Look at this little guy. Square by. It's got the square tubing on the bottom there. Awesome. This is the featured artist right here, Carl. One of my good friends from work.
Named, soon to be named.
Right. So that right there was my friend Carl. He's the one who actually got me into all this BMX stuff a couple years ago. I mean, I was into it when I was a kid, but got me back into it as a, well, I say adult loosely, but you know.
You want to start doing game practice? Come on.
Getting kind of busy here. This thing is so cool. Look at this. The bicycle that's got a sidecar. You ever seen that? Look how tiny the thing is. Alright, so that's very cool. Cook Brothers. Daddy. Cook Brothers was, yeah. Hey, how's it going? Cook Brothers was the stuff of legend. Here's some of Carl's bikes.
Okay, we're good. Oh, sorry, sir.
It's all right. Look at that bike. We go square tubing, but it's all aluminum, so it's probably still pretty lightweight.
This one here, this belonged to R.L. Osborne.
Oh, wow.
That was the very last bike that R.L. Osborne ever rode for a Redline.
Wow. That is cool. Got some serious history there.
So this was part of the Summer Bash tour, and right at the end of the tour, they autographed it, him and Todd Anderson, and then they raffled it off.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, so it's autographed by RL on this side in '86, and then Todd Anderson on this side in '86.
Very cool. Got a little history lesson there. Thanks. Oh. Sean, if you're watching, here it is, the Blue Max. I've got a friend, Sean, who's been telling me if I ever come across one of those, pick it up, he'll buy it.
That's pretty cool. He
Yeah.
just told me, I didn't realize it was
Yeah.
military brand.
Yeah. Super cool, super
Yeah,
rare.
that is cool. What?
Holy Grail.
You bought it.
Did you? Yeah? Very cool. Maybe one day I'll have that kind of money, but not today.
It wasn't really too awful bad.
No? What's not too awful bad? Yeah. If I sold all of my bikes over there and got what I was asking, I could probably get it. And it'd probably be worth it. Ooh, look at this. That's pretty. Trickstar. These things are also like a Holy Grail kind of bike. It's got the red line double pinch cranks on it that aren't correct, but I won't hold it against it. It's nice. It's got the little huffy. See, this is very similar to my Enduro 8 that I have, but it's got the red, white, and blue thing going on. Very cool. Oh, there's another Blue Max. And probably not for sale. One of those rounds, sure is neat. Alright, getting down towards the end. Oh, that's a really nice auburn. Look at that sprocket, spider web. That's neat. Oh, you're right there. Look at this thing over here. That's a trip. There we go. That's a cool one. Oh, got somebody's signature on it. Eddie Viola. I like that.
Oh, snap!
Hoffman. Condor. That's cool. Ooh. Got that little bend up similar to the GTs, but different. Webco. Alright, I think that's about everything. Alright, well, that's going to do it for this round. Time for me to pack up and head to Idaho, but there we have it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. Share it out there if you want to, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Alright, stay tuned.